this thing?
The whole cardboard box?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you guys, this is the AnCore training unit, right? AnCore in the front. What you have here, like I was mentioning, the technology is yards and yards of really thin metal strapping that's coiled up like a cinnamon bun and then, you know, inserted and fastened so that when you are pulling on the cable, you're essentially tightening up that roll. And the more of these rolls that you add, the more you increase tension resistance, right? So you've got 2 5-pound blocks and then 4 10-pound blocks. If I take everything off here, what you have, just keep this organized, this in and of itself is 5 pounds of resistance, right? So if you have someone who is recovering from a shoulder injury and you're going super light just for maybe rotator cuff work, this is probably sufficient enough. But then as needed, working more towards strength, these twist on and off very easily. So to the 5-pound center brick, I'm adding 10, and then I'll do the same on the other. So now I've got 25 pounds of resistance dialed in, right? Obviously, it's never going to be, it's got to be anchored to something, hence AnCore. On the back here, you can either attach it to a plate with a Velcro strap that is designed to rack any height on essentially any type of squat rack. So depending on what you're doing, you can attach it to your squat rack. You can attach 2 of them, one, you know, on either upright. If someone is doing, you know, if they want to do chest fly and they need to make use of both, then you'd probably want to use your squat rack for it. But what we did so that it's always kind of a challenge, and you guys know as trainers, what you decide to do on that rack is really important. Usually you can get 2 people kind of working off of a rack, but once you make that decision on what that modality is, you've kind of cannibalized that rack, and that's it. So we attached a sliding track mount to the V-front so that if you do decide to use this on your rack, you're not cannibalizing the rack. Instead, you can use it on the sliding track system, which we can go set up now.
Let's see here, we got this facing this way.
Just gonna grab the plate.
I've never heard of this before. I thought I'd seen it. This is written. I didn't know.
Simple, straightforward stuff. So what you're doing is, here's your plunge pin. You're just going, you know, square to square, and then passing it right back through. Okay, let's just go ahead and, you know, set it up here first. Here, I got you. Just leave it up there, yeah. Okay, now depending on what you're doing, whether it's high to low, whether it's maybe a horizontal or it's low to high, I'm just gonna throw it around chest height. You're simply just kind of wrapping around, going straight through the loop. It's just hook and loop. Gotta give it a good pull. Yeah. Solid.
No pin, just tension.
Yep, just tension. There's rubber backing on this plate, which kind of allows it to kind of grip the upright. And then, yeah, now you're in this position where that's pretty heavy for external rotation, but yeah, if I were in this position here, I just want to work pal off press for midline stability, doing some core strength.
Rotation.
Yeah. I believe there's about 8 feet in length on this. They do recommend that you take this retainer clip. It's kind of a safety mechanism to wrap around and back on itself. In case this slides down quickly or someone accidentally, you know, like pulls this, instead of this whole block just plummeting right to the ground and potentially cracking, this safety catch will grab it. Yep. So right there we have 10, 10, and 5. So you get 25 pounds.